Hi, I'm Surbi, a cloud support engineer here at the AWS office in Sydney. Today, I'm going to show you how to use port forwarding for Session Manager, a capability of AWS Systems Manager, to connect to your Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud Windows instance through remote desktop protocol without using a bastion host. Let's get started. First, let's check whether the security group rule for the instance allows the RDP connection. After you sign in to the AWS Management Console, navigate to the Amazon EC2 console. Select your instance ID and then choose Security tab. As you can see, this security group rule doesn't allow RDP connection. Scroll up to check public IPv4 address information. As you can see, there is no public IP address attached to the instance. Click on the subnet ID and go to the Routing Table tab. On the Route table, we can verify that the instance is in a private subnet. The instance doesn't have an internet gateway or a NAT gateway associated with it to reach the internet. We are using VPC endpoints to connect to the Systems Manager endpoints. For more information on using VPC endpoints for Systems Manager connectivity, see the Knowledge Center article linked in the video description. Navigate to EC2 and click on the instance ID. To use RDP to connect to this instance, we can use the port forwarding feature to create a tunnel between our local system and the instance. Open your terminal. Before you begin, make sure that you're using the latest version of AWS command line interface and you installed the Session Manager plugin as well. Let's check the username the CLI will be run as. We can see that the CLI will be run as Session Manager User. Now let's verify the Identity and Access Management policy to make sure that the Session Manager user has permissions to use the AWS Start Port Forwarding Session document to start a session. Confirm that your instance is listed as a managed node and is online. For more information about resolving offline instances or lost connections, see the Knowledge Center article linked in the video description. Finally, verify that the instance is running the latest version of SSM Agent. Now, let's establish the connection. Open your terminal, run the Start Session command to start the port forwarding session. This command establishes a tunnel from local port 55678 to the RDP port 3389 on the remote instance. If the session starts successfully, you will see a message that is similar to this. We can see that it is waiting for connections. Now, we will open our local RDP client and connect to the local host on port 55678 to establish the connection. I've already added the PC option in my RDP client to add local host 55678. I have already added the username administrator and password in the client, which I'll use to connect remotely into the Windows instance. Now let's connect. So this forwarded the traffic through the tunnel to the remote instance's RDP port. After the connection is established, you will see a connection accepted message in the command's output. The connection is now established. Choose Continue and wait for the remote desktop of your Windows instance to launch. So now you know how to use Session Manager port forwarding to connect to your EC2 Windows instance through RDP without a bastion host. Thanks for watching and happy cloud computing from all of us here at AWS.